And the best part, is that Sam Donaldson's going to be singing with Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Really?
Yeah, watch it. It's going to be incredible. All right, my next guest started his career in the New Kids on the Block. Then he went on to act in The Sixth Sense, Band of Brothers. He's now starring in the new NBC series Boomtown. Please welcome Donnie Wahlberg.
Wow.
Good to have you
You
here.
don't mind if I stick around, do you?
No, you know what? We have three.
Yeah, he's got nothing better to do, he says.
Well, you know, we have three Catholic boys here now. There you go. There you go.
Wow. All right.
The only three in Hollywood. We're all here together.
And he was at the Emmys too, man.
I was at the Emmys too. And I enjoyed you too.
Oh, thank you very much. You know, we have something in. No, stop.
No,
That's really got to stop.
No. You know what, Conan?
That's really got to stop.
You were so great.
Thank you.
You deserve
yeah,
applause for the next 6 months.
Well, that would be boring for people at home. No. You know, we have something in common, which is we sort of grew up in the same area in Massachusetts. And I remember when I was living in Boston and the New Kids hit, it was huge. It was just this huge experience. And Joey from the New Kids, McIntyre, he bought a house right next to my parents' house, like a couple of streets over.
Right.
And I would pass it, and I would see all these girls camped outside his house. And I remember thinking, I want those girls camped out outside my house. Someday it'll happen.
Yeah.
It never did. That must have been intense for you, too. Is that right?
Yeah. It's funny, though. It's funny that you say that, you know, because we used to get, like, flack from people who would see the girls hanging out. You know, people would drive by my house and see the girls and start screaming obscenities. You know, guys would drive by and throw eggs at Halloween.
Just jealousy.
And stuff. Yeah, but it's nice to know that, you know, beneath the jealousy, there are people like you who really wanted that for themselves, you know.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
You know, this is a true story. Like, 2 Christmases ago, I came home, and my mother at one point said, there's some girls hanging outside the front of the house. And I was like, yes! This is great. I've always wanted this. So I went out, and I was like, girls, please, I need my privacy, you know. I'm a person. Leave me alone. And they said that they were on their way over to Joey's house, and that they had just stopped off for a second.
That actually happened to me before. I had girls, and, you know, they were always outside my house, too. But one day I went out, and I said, hey, how you doing? And they said, hey, we just wondering how to get to Jordan's house. I was like, all right,
thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you. Did you have to say that?
Right.
Now, when you guys first started out, you were playing anywhere you could get an audience. You were playing prisons at one point. Is that true?
We did. You know, it's one of the great myths. It's true.
I was going to say, I wouldn't suggest that the boy bands today go to a prison.
Exactly.
I don't know how long NSYNC's going to last in prison.
Not long. The funny thing is, you know, people think we were this huge overnight sensation, but we really weren't. We were doing for about 4 years whatever we could do, and we did 3 prison appearances. One of them, my older brother, was in the prison, and he was the promoter for the show. It's true.
Is that true?
It's true. It's true. It's true.
It's nice to know somebody there. You know,
it was pretty remarkable. But you know, we used to be, you know, obviously we hated to get booed anywhere, but to go into a prison, I mean, God, if you fail on a prison concert, you might get raped, you might get murdered. There's no telling what could happen. So what we used to do is we would come up with strategies to win the inmates over. And what we did the first time is I smuggled in a couple of cartons of cigarettes. And so at the end of the show, I just started throwing them out, and I handed it out to the guys in the group, and we all threw them out, and the inmates went crazy. And the word spread throughout the prisons in Massachusetts about the New Kids. You know, they would come and throw cigarettes out. And so, you know, everybody wanted us at their jail.
You didn't really need an act at that point, really. You could just, it's the New Kids on the Block, and they're cigarette shooting machines.
Yeah.
Wow. Now you have children yourself now.
I have 2, yeah.
2 kids. Are they performers? Can you see it in them? Like, do they want to perform?
Well, I have a 1-year-old who I don't know with him yet, but my 9-year-old, my son Xavier, he plays guitar. He doesn't really know about my musical days. He knows a little bit about it. But I think he heard about it. The first time he really knew about it, he heard Eminem singing a song about us and said the New Kids sucked or something. And he was like, Dad, weren't you in that group? Why did he say you sucked?
Right.
I was like, we did, son.
Oh. No.
No, that's a joke. That's a joke. But you know, he plays guitar, and he actually, his musical taste is much different than mine. He listens to, like, death metal, and I don't think it's because I'm a bad parent. I think I'm a pretty good parent. He's not revolting or anything, but he just listens to, like, Slipknot and...
Slipknot's huge.
Yeah, I mean, he
Slipknot's
loves
huge
them.
with kids,
I mean, and it's like, I don't know, they, like, have these bloody masks and all this weird stuff, and he's like, Dad, they're cool, and he's learning all their songs. So I try to teach him some older songs, like, he's learning Stairway to Heaven now, for me, and Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana, for me. He does these things
that's good.
for
So
me.
you're instructing him that, right, there's
Well, I
more
want him
than
to know
just...
where all these bands came from. They all came from Led Zeppelin, and Jimmy Page is like the greatest guitarist of all time. And I want him to know the history of it, not just get caught up in the new stuff.
When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? What did you aspire to? Did you have a plan? Because some young people that make it know, okay, I want to be in like one of the biggest bands in the world. Did you know that?
You know what? I wanted to perform. I mean, in my early days, I started doing theater in school. I started the band in my freshman year in high school, so I was always performing in one way or another. But I really could never imagine the magnitude of, like, the success that I would come across. I mean, my idea of success was like buying a motor scooter, like a Honda scooter, and like being able to have some nice clothes and pick up some girls and maybe get free pizza at the pizza shop down the street, and they say, hey, Donnie, good job, you know, here, have a free slice. You know, I mean, I couldn't even comprehend leaving Dorchester. I mean, I was there my whole life until the first time I went on tour. I had never even left the city of Boston, you know, so I mean, my understanding of what fame was really small.
The whole time I was living in Boston, I never knew it was Dorchester. I thought it was Dorchester.
It is Dorchester.
It was like, now, you are the second youngest of how many?
Of 9.
Oh, my God.
Well, yes, a true Catholic family.
So you make I was one of 6, and now I feel like a small nuclear family of 6. Conservative, 6.
Yeah.
9.
9.
How did it, I mean, in our family, it was oldest beats the second, oldest
Same
beats
thing.
the third, you
Same
know,
thing.
so it all works its way down. Is that how it worked in your family?
Yeah, and I know my brother Mark, he's not going to want me to say this, but it is true. The oldest would always beat up the next youngest, and Mark was the youngest, so he beat up nobody. And, you know, he's sort of got the tough guy reputation, but sorry, kid. Sorry.
So even sisters were beating him up.
My sister Tracy was like the toughest one. I mean, she had this kangaroo kick. When any of the brothers would fight her, she would like go back on the bed and kick. And nobody could get to her, you know? Nobody could get to her.
That's like a WWF move now.
It was,
yeah.
it was.
It's called the Dorchester Kangaroo Kick.
Yeah.
You know, I got to mention, Boomtown, I think, has had the best reviews of any of the new TV shows. You got to be excited about that.
We're so excited. I mean, and just, I mean, we're blown away by the reviews. I've never experienced good reviews, at least not in my music career. And to have them for this show, which I'm so proud of and so happy to be a part of. I mean, we have a wonderful team of actors and writers, and John Avnet and Graham Yost are the executive producers. They're just phenomenal. I mean, and just, I mean, it's just, I can't even put into words how excited I am to be a part of it.
Well, congratulations.
Thank
you deserve it. Boomtown airs Sunday nights at 10 on NBC. Donnie, thank you very much for being here. Donnie Wahlberg. We'll be right back with Good Charlotte.